DDP's gym shares that DDP mandating training partners to grow out their beards in preparation for possible Khamzat fight. They must also shout, "I kill everybody" before sparring in preparation for potential title defense against Khamzat Chimaev. DDP concurs with this analysis. Sean Strickland thinks he's fighting for the title next, but if he doesn't, maybe he just waits to fight the winner. Diego Ferreira fighting Grant Dawson January 18th on his birthday. He also fought on his birthday in 2020 and he won that fight versus Anthony Pettis. O'Malley says Merab is absolutely shitting himself, terrified of Umar. Merab wants to take on Petr Yan next. Umar's next opponent may end up being Song Yadong. JD Wetherspoons, a pub company out of the UK and Ireland, pulled Conor McGregor's stout from its Irish pubs. The pub chain confirmed it's taking McGregor's forged Irish stout off its taps at all 7 locations in Ireland. Also, the DAA, the operator of the Dublin and Cork airports, confirmed it no longer sells the whiskey brand Proper 12 at duty-free shops at either airport. McGregor sold Proper 12, but has been used in the brand's marketing, but now the company has stopped with that after the verdict in the civil trial. Also regarding Proper 12, Conor and the courts, Conor's expected in Dublin's High Court in January as Artem Lobov filed a lawsuit against him, claiming he played a crucial role in creating Proper 12. Lobov alleges that he suggested shifting McGregor's focus from vodka to Irish whiskey, and he helped develop the concept. McGregor offered $1 million as compensation, but Lobov says he declined, believing he deserved a more substantial stake. McGregor's representatives deny these claims, emphasizing that the whiskey brand was solely McGregor's vision and effort. Some people think Conor is innocent. Some people are more harsh on his social media page. She said no, she said no. Bro still has comments on McDiddy. He got found liable, not guilty. Y'all need to learn how court works. Beating anything but the charges, acting like nothing happened. He's innocent. We all know them girls be lying for a payday. Conor hasn't fought since 2021. Michael Chandler is still hanging on to hope that he will fight Conor at some point. You also got Robert Whittaker weighing in on the situation with his latest t-shirt line. Umar Nurmagomedov had a response to Aljamain Sterling defending Merab for not wanting to fight Umar next.
Some people actually think he's afraid, which is actually hilarious.
Yeah, I don't understand that, bro.
I think Merab, for me, from what I understand when we talk, Merab is just standing on business like, bro, you haven't done anything. I'm supposed to be busting my ass over here. I'm from the same area as you, and like in relation to the area, the Caucasus Mountains, and I had to come here and bust my ass just to get a title shot, and you're gonna get one off of one win, and I had to fight all these contenders. That's crazy.
Umar Nurmagomedov's response is Aljamain Sterling, "Don't you feel awkward saying all this?" And says, Aljamain, when you weren't afraid to speak the truth, bringing up a tweet from August where Aljamain Sterling said, "High-level fight," talking about Umar versus Corey Sandhagen. "Great showing for the bantamweights and how skilled it is. Umar earns his title shot, in my opinion." That opinion changed as he realized Merab's opinion differed. Merab wants to take on Petr Yan, a guy he 50-45, pretty convincingly. He wants to maximize his earnings as a champion, fight Petr Yan, collect all the money from that pay-per-view, from all the pay-per-view points, fight O'Malley, collect all the money from that pay-per-view, and then push the Umar fight as far down the line as he possibly can. Merab would be a favorite against everybody in the division except Umar, so you want to push that Umar fight as far down the line as you possibly can. Another clip was also brought up where Aljamain says that Umar should be getting the next title shot.
I think Umar should get a title shot after the winner of Merab and O'Malley. So basically, he's going to be fighting Merab. So it'll be the white papaka versus the black papaka.
This is before Merab even had the belt and before Aljamain realized how adamantly against fighting Umar Merab is. Are you going to fight again soon or just keep doing this? I don't really care who gets the shot, but I agree it should be based on merit for who earned it the most. Simple. Francis Ngannou says he's the best heavyweight in the world, not John Jones, not Tom Aspinall. He'll never get a chance to prove it though, he'll never be in the UFC again. And Aspinall's not going to get a chance to prove that he can beat Ngannou, and Aspinall's also probably not going to get a chance to prove if he can beat John Jones. So unfortunately, Aspinall's title reign's going to feel a little incomplete for himself, more than likely. John Anik thinks that Aspinall versus Jones will happen at International Fight Week next summer. It's possible the UFC will throw a tremendous amount of cash John Jones' way to try and make it happen, but it may not be enough money for Jones to roll the dice on his legacy. He doesn't want to gamble his legacy losing to Aspinall. It's not exactly the same situation, but it kind of reminds me a little bit when George St. Pierre came back to win the middleweight title against Michael Bisping. He only came back because in his mind, it was a stylistically easy matchup for him to win the middleweight title. If anyone else was champion at the time, he wouldn't have been taking that fight, but he saw an opportunity to add to his legacy by becoming a champion in a new weight class and beating a guy who was stylistically an easy matchup to do that. And he won the fight, he won the belt, and then he left. Never defended the title, wasn't interested in taking on any challengers in the division like a Whitaker, Romero, Rockhold. He just wanted that one stylistically favorable victory to get that belt, add to his legacy, and that was it. And he really received very little criticism for that because people just love GSP and they're just kind of happy to see him come back for one more fight.
And then you've got legends like Randy Couture, a former multi-time champ himself, saying Jones is straight up ducking these fights.
This isn't just some random commentator, right? This is a guy who stepped into the octagon with prime Brock Lesnar, who was an absolute beast. Ended up losing, yeah. But a lot of fans actually respect him even more for taking on that challenge. This idea that sometimes the courage to face a challenge, even if it seems impossible, even if you lose, it just resonates more with people than this perfectly curated, undefeated record. Makes you wonder, you know? Is there a point where trying to protect your legacy actually starts to hurt it?
The Ultimate Fighter winner Ryan Loder is going to be taking on Cody Brundage on March 1st. Fighters were asked what fighter they'd bring to Thanksgiving dinner. Jones said Cormier because he seems like a guy who can eat. Paul Craig said Mackenzie Dern, shooting his shot with the recently single Mackenzie Dern. Chai Lewis Perry is going to be in the movie Gladiator 2. Makwan Amirkhani versus Fernando Flores, December 28th in Finland.